Hello farmers, and welcome back to Riverview on Farming Simulator 25. I'm just trying to get caught back up where I was because I took about a 5-day break from Farming Simulator, and actually this is the first time I've logged in since patch 1.7 has come out. So if I go around the map and see some stuttering or shuddering or anything like that, it's because all the shader cache has to reload itself, so that's a thing. But looks like we got a lot of harvesting to do today. And you can see I got the John Deere Combine and the JCB ready to go. And that's what we're going to be starting off with first as we get going here. Hello David, John, Jay, welcome. Hopefully you guys had a nice weekend. Farmable, welcome as well. So let's go in and get some things started here. Get a worker in the JCB. So we can pick up some lovely, lovely straw. Fire up the John Deere. Lower that down. Don't know if straw swath is on or off. We're about to find out though. Nope, we're in chop. We need straw. Well, let me get something else changed up there so I can read chat. That'd be kind of good if I can make sure I can read what you guys are saying. Yeah, so last stream was for Farming Simulator last Wednesday. And I think Thursday is when patch 1.7 came out. And I had not been to the game since the last stream. Not even on Penye either. Some mods have dropped on the mod hub, of course, since then. But this morning there were some mods on the mod hub. One of them I have some very high interest in, which is the enhanced loan system. But that'll have to be used on a different series. Hello, Jim. A good Monday to you. Oh, good. I was ready to say, I don't know where my grain trailer is. Well, my grain trailer is already at this field, so we're good to go. Hello, Ilana. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. First time you see me live, seen a lot of the ATS, Realistic Economy, and I love them. Haven't seen this game before. Do you recommend it? Well, I play a lot of hours into it. I mean, I do recommend it, but like I always tell people, you know, everyone's going to see games differently. So, you know, if you like simulator games, more likely you'll like this game, but you can give it a good view and see if it fits your kind of game style. I mean, if this is the first time you've seen Farming Simulator, it's a lot to take in. A lot of things will seem like, you know, like there's a lot of different type of things to do, which there is. It may seem like there's a lot going on, which there is, but it's not that complicated once you get used to it. Hello, farmer. Welcome. A good Monday to you as well. Yep, so we are harvesting some oats. These oats are going to go down to the grain mill. And of course, at the grain mill, we're just making flour out of it. Straw. I think I topped off the cows, I would assume, because we've already done the barley harvest. Barley harvest should have been in June, and we are in July. But we'll top off the cows and try to store as much straw as possible. See how rusty I am after taking 5 days off from the game. Some may say there's probably no difference. Good morning, Shane, and hello, Julian. Darn trees in my way. I couldn't see where the heck I needed to go. Yeah, I see we got a lot of fields are ready for harvest today. Well, I mean today, I mean for the month of July. Also, I got to get used now to the grass fields. So, looks like I'm back to cutting the grass fields every 3 months, not every 2. Which is nice in a way. Cuts back on the amount of grass work I do per year. Nice chill game, nice way to relax and enjoy yourself. I mean, most people will say that, but other people may see the game as not their style. Yeah, so many different ways to play Farming Simulator, so play as you see fit. Almost got that road done. Almost. Pipe is out, yes. Let's grab our 1050 here. So, in case you missed it, at the end of the last stream we had for Farm Sim 25, I ended up buying, I think it's field 12, which is a carrot field. Yeah, I know, I bought a carrot field. We need more grass. So that field is, hang on a second, it's loading in. Field number 12 right here. That's a huge carrot field. We'll get to that at some point. That worker is done over here. So let's grab the, oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to enter vehicle. I just get them across the way and start fertilizing one stage into this field here. These are the barley fields that we did in June. Yeah, it's nice having this combine with this size header. It's going to get the harvest done a lot quicker than it has in the previous years. Can't remember if this is the first full year that I've used it or not. We did buy it used. Oh yeah, I think they also fixed the repair and repaint. So no more free repair and repaint as well. Now, to buy that big carrot field, I did get my loan down below $1 million, but then I borrowed money to buy the big carrot field. Started a new game on Riverbend. Trying to follow how DJ Goham did, and I'm really enjoying it. I'll have to ask because I have no idea what did DJ Goham do on the map. I can only imagine what he might be doing on the map. Hello, Bob. Hope you had a nice weekend. Thank you for coming back today on a, well, at least weather-wise where I am, a gorgeous Monday. I'm at exactly, well, I was at exactly $23,000 until just I'm paying workers. How dare the workers get paid as they go around? Then after I harvest this one, might as well do the field that's right in front of us. I want to say that's a wheat field. Yeah, like I said, it's been 5 days since I played Farming Simulator, so if I remember correctly, that should be a wheat field in front of us. I don't think I hit that tree. I think I actually went around it. Can't believe no more bale flinging. Yeah, I mean, it... that's not supposed to happen, of course, but I think that was one glitch. I would say 95% of the players probably liked. Hello, Sirwell. How you been? Think I'll get the rest of the field into the combine. Now, it looks like we did have some hail damage. We do got some rain in the forecast, I just noticed. What time is the rain going to arrive? Alright, so it's going to be here at roughly around noon. But it's not going to stick around too long. So, we'll see what we get done. I'm going to have to look up my grass fields because I don't know, have no idea what state they're in. Actually, we can turn off the header. Safety third, turn off the header. This field just needs... yeah, replanting. Does not need lime. Alright, we'll run this down to the grain mill. And when I mean run it down, I mean drive down. Doing good. Sorry, been busy for the last couple of weeks and wasn't able to join. I watched the streams afterwards, though. Never need to apologize for when life gets busy. I appreciate people when they can be here and come to join us. But also appreciate it that you are watching them after the fact, though. Oh yeah, little stuttery. Again, first time I've been in the game since the patch got released, and all the shaders are going to reload. So my graphics card is updating the new shaders, I guess. Once I've been around the map once, that should stop. So again, I think the only thing left on my to-do list here in Riverview is to now pay off the loan, which I don't know how much it went up to, but I know the loan went back up over $1 million. It was below $1 million, but I had to borrow like $400,000 to buy the carrot field. And why buy the carrot field, you may ask again, just in case you forgot? Well, our cows are really munching through the silage that we do have for them, so a third grass field is needed. And that field seemed to fit the bill for what we're going to do. I am going to try to see if I can get that grass field when I make it so it yields 100%. I'm even going to roll it. I know, I'm going to roll a grass field. But I will say, taking 5 days off from Farming Simulator 25 for myself, I feel a little bit refreshed coming back in here today, so it's good. Yep, I did see the enhanced loan system came out, but I mean, I'm almost done. When I say I'm almost done in Riverview, I don't know. Like I said, the only thing left really I want to do here is pay off the loan and do a couple more things. But the enhanced loan system, that needs to be used on a new save, a new start somewhere. I'm getting ideas for what the next stream series will be, but I don't know what map. Not that I'm looking at a map or anything yet. Just getting ideas. The enhanced loan mod, Bob, is the one I used on Western Australia in Farming Simulator 22. So it's just a better loan system than what's in the game, in my opinion. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm turning on the oats. Oat flour. Activate. Oh, yeah, I forgot. What am I doing here? I can't turn around here. Gotta back my way out. Yeah, sometimes taking a break away from a game for however long you may need and jump back into it, you may not have known that you're not enjoying it as much as you used to, so sometimes taking a break from a game and getting back into it, be like, wow, I kind of forgot even more so how much I enjoyed it. It seems this game is a mix between American Truck Sim and Medieval Dynasty, two of my favorite games. Is the management more complicated than Medieval Dynasty? I haven't played Medieval Dynasty in ages. I did jump back into it a little bit, maybe about 3 months ago, because some people wanted me to get back into that, and I couldn't get into it. This game is, like I said, if it's new to you, it seems like there is a lot going on, and there might be a lot going on. It's just one of those things because you're not sure exactly what's happening, so it seems complicated. But once you really understand the farming aspect of it, it's not that difficult, but it will take a little while to get used to. I realize I can activate the enhanced loading system whenever, but for this series here, this series is almost, I mean, I don't need it. You know, I maybe got like another 10 streams at most on this map, I think. And on Penye, I'm not allowed to borrow money at all, so that enhanced loan system does me no good. Alright, oats are brought up. Let's get to the wheat harvest, and shouldn't take me too long to rip through the wheat field. Not with the harvester that we got. I'll leave the engine running. Will it be live or another recorded series? Well, like I said, when I say stream, that means live. In case you didn't know, at least yesterday, I did release an episode of Transport Fever 2. So if you did like what you saw in that series, a video on that went out yesterday. No snow runner this morning. I don't want to say I took yesterday off, but I did not record anything yesterday. I did play a couple of games that I have some access to, and wanted to see if I want to stream those, but from what I saw, I don't think I'll be streaming any of those games. Yep, this is definitely wheat. Yep, hello Branding. Hopefully you had a nice weekend and you're having a good Monday so far. Yeah, we did get some hail damage pretty much in this field. I think the wheat, I think that can go down to the grain mill. I don't think I need to save it for the chickens. I think we got enough chicken food. I was reading the patch notes to 1.7 this morning, trying to see if I needed to update myself. I was actually looking for Riverbend Springs to see if they did anything like introducing the fish hatchery on that map, and yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they really focused on trying to get the game more stable with the problems they have here. Yeah, Bob, if you saw yesterday's episode of Transport Fever, I did, that's one of the games I did play a little bit yesterday, and things are, money-wise, on Transport Fever, money-wise, it's looking real good now, after getting that whole thing set up yesterday. Just like any game you play, when you start out fresh, you don't have that much money. You're spending way more than what you're bringing in. And eventually, you start to get caught up on it. There's a fish hatchery mod. Yeah, I know about the fish hatchery mod, but I kind of want to see what Giants had in mind on Riverbend with that. I mean, it looks like a fish hatchery right in the middle of the map. I want to see what they had in mind, but like I said, maybe they were just kind of focused on, in this patch, fixing a lot of bugs, which seems like they've done quite well on. I don't know if any new bugs have cropped up since the patch came out. Let me just jump up to the silo. I gotta see how much grain I got for the chickens. Oh, I got 44,000 liters of barley and 17,000 liters of sorghum. That's enough. Western Wilds have 6 million liters of straw that I don't know with it. Don't know what to do with it, maybe? Sell it. Well, in 22, there's a lot of mods out there that you could probably put into like a production building if you wanted to. So happy they fixed the corn harvesting animation on console. Yeah, I read that in the patch notes. I was like, wait a minute, there was a problem with that? Hello, Miles. Welcome. At least want to get this field harvested before the rain gets here, which we should be able to. But let me just... I gotta go look at my grass field because I really have no idea where it is at. Looks like I see taller grass in my grass field in areas I missed. I'm guessing it's not at its full height anymore. This one has been harvested and 100% fertilized. Okay. And so I'm guessing I did this one here. No, this one says ready for harvest, but now I think this is the first harvest stage, not the second harvest stage, because I got taller grass where hail damage was before. So now this field needs to wait another month. Hit your limit on production buildings? Well, I guess you're selling your straw then. Yeah, the corn would just like disappear. You would get the corn, but it didn't go in the header. It's a magical harvester. Hello, Denard. A good Monday to you. Oh yeah, I also don't know if you, for your American Truck Simulator fans, if you saw the post or not. But if you remember, a few weeks ago, I posted an audio clip, and we were all trying to guess what the audio clip was telling us. And in a way, we were all right. Meaning, heavy-duty pickup trucks and sports cars, possibly. Like they said, it's a work in progress, but the audio clip I played for ATS a couple weeks ago with the engine revving up, yeah, they're talking about bringing in hot shot pickup trucks to the game and also sport cars to the game. Yep, you're full. Let's get you up to the cows. We'll top them off with straw and then put the rest into the production building. I'm guessing they're not going to take a whole lot. Nope, they're not. Oh, it's probably going to be laggy up here. I haven't been up here yet. I wouldn't worry about it, John. I think Jay is probably typing in the wrong chat. Yes. Have no idea who they're talking to either. Ooh, am I full of straw in there? I think I'm full of straw in there as well, so we'll just have to start selling it, I guess. Farm productions. Straw. Yes, we're full on straw. Gotta watch out for Sam, our farm dog, who always knows how to get into the way. So I guess the rest of the straw for today, we'll just sell it. Well, follow the John Deere X9, thank you. So I've been trying to figure out my streaming schedule for the week, what games I'll be doing what day. I think we'll probably do one more stream of Sunset Motel. And I'll probably do that on Friday because that's when the game gets released. And that'll probably be the last time I stream that because I think we'll accomplish everything we need to in that game at that point, I think. I have no idea. And of course, try to slip in a stream of American Truck Simulator, because it seems like that's going pretty well. Alright, I'm guessing 2 more passes and the wheat field will be done. Kind of hope all this wheat does fit into the grain trailer. If not, I'll probably store some wheat at the silo. I need more than the car wash on Sunset Motel. I gotta finish decorating, or getting rooms 9 and 10 decorated and furnished. And I also need to go back to the original rooms and try to make them a little bit better as well. Hello, Panther Killer. Welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend. Denard, I have no idea. The Universal Autoloader, as far as I know, still works. Depends on what autoloader you're referring to. I mean, I haven't tried it myself yet, but I do need to move the lettuce out of the greenhouses so I can have a look to see if it works, but I've been told it works. Alright, so that's a field of oats and now a field of wheat. All harvested. JCB, let's hop into that. I don't think I got any more fields with straw that I'm going to get out of them, so that's not mine. That's my grass field. Soybeans. That's a canola field. So no, we're going to sell the straw. Alright, a little bit of money from straw, so I gotta remind myself, what is my loan at? Alright, so 1,355,000. Not a big deal for me on this map at this point. May seem like a lot, but we'll get that paid off within the next year, I think. Alright, so the wheat, grain mill, make some flour with it. Let me get the McCormick into this field here and start putting down some more digestate. I'll be back to you in a second. Let me go ahead and fold that up. Actually, I'll turn off the engine as well. There's my McCormick. All right, and then, yep, into the 1050. So I'm guessing right at noon is when the rain's going to get here, and it looks like it'll probably rain for an hour or two. And we got one more field to harvest in the month of July, and that's a canola field. I mean, I suppose I could harvest it in August as well. But I want to get that canola on down to the oil mill. What happens if you drive into the creek? The engine will shut off. If the water's too deep, the engine shuts off, and the only way to get it out is to reset it back to the store. There's our soybean field. I don't think I'm going to have anything to sell in the month of July. Well, I'll have a look at my stock market page once I get a moment. And this can go to where the canola field is, I suppose. It's where it's needed next anyways. And we'll activate grain mill, activate wheat flour. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a trailer, a bigger trailer. Lease it when I do the carrot harvest, because that's going to give me a lot of carrots. Even though this trailer holds quite a bit, we're just going to get loads and loads of carrots. I hope I can just sell them at the farmer's market, which I should be able to. And that's not far from the farm, so maybe get a semi-trailer, lease a semi-trailer. Hello, Store Fern. Welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend and you have a good start to your work week. Yeah, I didn't really want to go this way, but I can make this work. if you drive into the Creek Panther, if the water's too deep, the engine on the tractor will shut off, and the only way to get it out is you have to reset it back to the store. And anything that was attached to it, like a trailer or whatever, same thing. Right, usually I only did the shortcut before when I had a hoe on the back, so this is not really what I should be doing here, but this should work. Oh, did they change the crop destruction on root crop? Looks like I can still drive on root crop. Gonna park that here. Have 1 hour left in the weekend, making the best of it. Make it the longest hour of your life. Don't need that. Don't need that. What I need next actually is the JCB. And I'm looking for my articulated trailer for getting the lettuce out. Don't see it here. Oh, I know where it is. I kind of forgot. I'm parking up here now. There it is. Alright, so I'll see if the universal autoloader is working or not. Actually, let me just see right here. Let me go grab these eggs. Well, it looks like universal autoloader is working fine with me. I haven't done a darn thing to it. Now, if you're using a different autoloader off the mod hub, I can't help you with that. But the universal autoloader from the Get Hub, which is the only place you should be getting it from, that is working perfectly fine. So let's get the lettuce out of the greenhouses because the greenhouses are just about full. Nice driving. Well, and I think in real life you wouldn't want to. I assume you're referring to driving over the cliff. Yeah, but I'm thinking that's something you don't want to do in real life. I don't think I can stack this 4 high. I think 3 high is, yep, most I can go. Unload on the left. Kind of forgot where my egg pallets went. Well, not my egg pallets, but the ones I don't actually own. You're using the same autoloader as me. I know it was updated. The Universal Autoloader mod on the GitHub has not been updated in 2 months. I actually checked on it this morning to see if it was updated for the patch, and there hasn't been any updates on that for a couple of months. If you're getting it off the mod hub, that's not the universal autoloader mod. You're using something else. When is the next big sale for Steam? Did they already have the spring sale? Or is the spring sale what's going on? I don't know. Is that it for lettuce out of that greenhouse for now? Must be. Three more before it's full, so I might as well just grab these three back here. Hopefully I got enough room to unload it. Don't tell me... Ah, it's restricted. That should unload. Lovely. Alright, so the universal autoloader works fine for me. Like I said, the only place you should be getting the universal autoloading mod is from the GitHub. That's the only place you should be getting it from. And maybe if you got it somewhere else, maybe that's why the mod's not working. Possibly. I don't know. Alright, so while it's raining, let's get this combine down to our canola field. Along with the header. We got a field of canola to take care of. Well, if you got an autoloader off Mod Hub, it's not the universal autoloader. You may have gotten an autoloader off the Mod Hub, but that's not the universal one. This is where you just hope you drive in a straight line and the header does not hit nothing behind you. Just have faith that you're taking the corners at the right angle. And this windscreen on the combine's a little bit filthy. Maybe I'll buy a pressure washer for the shed down here where our root crop harvester is. I can give it a rinse. You're going to look at the Icarus bundle? Problem I have is there's too many games I would like to play and not enough time to play them. And it's amazing the amount of comments and DMs I got in Discord in the past 5 days wanting to know why I quit Farming Simulator. When I only took basically 4 days off, everyone, I think about 10 messages or comments in total of why I quit Farming Simulator. It's like, it's been a few days. So it's interesting that we still can't damage root crop, unless that's what they intend to do. Well, that's not close enough to hitch up. There we go. Hello, NV Silence. Welcome. All right, let's fast forward time so we get through this rain. All right, technically the rain has stopped. Now it's got to, well, there we go. Rain is gone. Yeah, darn right it was to avoid burnout, but a lot of people thought I quit. I wasn't going to play it ever again or something. I don't know. I feel very refreshed coming back to Farming Simulator today after not even touching it since last Wednesday. But now I'm a little bit backed up. I got to record probably 2 episodes later on today for Penye. I mean, I appreciate that people want to see me play a certain game and they, you know, I don't want to say they're upset, but you know, to be able to tune in and watch your favorite game being played, I appreciate that you want to see it, but I need to take a break of a game every now and then. And it's been fun streaming ATS. And of course, we had a couple streams last week of Sunset Motel, which was fun. Still going to try to avoid driving in my root crop, even though it's not getting destroyed. GPU is running at 100%, CPU is at 20. Well, one thing you can try is go to a different profile in ATS, and you may be doing this already, but run a profile with no mods and seeing what your GPU is running at with no mods. Maybe there's a mod or a mod conflict that's causing your GPU to run that high. And if it still runs at 100%, then maybe make sure your graphics card is up to date, and then if that doesn't do it, then I would suggest maybe a reboot of the PC. Maybe also make sure that your GPU temperatures are not getting too hot. Maybe you got a fan that's not running at the correct speed or something, or not running at all. Hello, Midwest Farmer. Yep, I'm going to fill this up before I get back around to the shed. Well, Denard, if the game keeps crashing on you, I suggest do the same thing I was mentioning to John. Go in another profile and run no mods and see if the game crashes. If the game crashes with no mods running, then I would definitely check to make sure your files are up to date. 1050, there you are. Alright, so I think you are all set. Let me make sure that we're actually... oh, barley is done there. Let's deactivate that. Let me just make sure we are actually fertilizing the fields completely. It looks like we are. So many pieces of equipment. Yeah, I used to update my graphics driver every time it said, hey, we got a new update to the driver. And then last year, after I updated my graphics driver, FS22 would not load. And I went back to old version of the graphics card and it ran just fine. So now I only update my graphics driver when the games don't start working correctly. So this field here will need fertilization ASAP because canola, which I am harvesting, is planted in this field in August. I think the last time I updated my graphics driver has been about 4 or 5 months ago. My new philosophy is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we already do have canola down at the oil mill. We harvested some last week. And now that we got canola oil, we got things like, I think we're making waffles and donuts now at the bakery. Assists sound like they're misses. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, John. I have no idea at this point. Seems like I'm getting a lot of canola off this field, but then again, it's a big field. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Oh, that's right. Still need to buy the corn/sunflower header. I kind of forgot. I gotta feel the sunflowers to harvest this year. I could lease the corn header. Yeah, it was a good call buying this harvester. I think it was last winter, because we upgraded from a 13 meter wide to a 19.2 or 3 meter wide header. Not much of the field left, as you can imagine. Like I said, with almost a 20 meter wide header, it's not going to take long to finish this up. I was going to go ahead and double check on something here. So let me just do it like that. There we go. Wait, that message just came up, didn't see what it said. Am I out of digestate in the farm production? Farm production, digestate. I got plenty of it. Unless the game reset my settings. Oh, cow barn, farm productions. That's where it should be coming from. Get back up here. Fire that back up. And digestate. Yes, we did use it all out of there. No problem, we got more. We got plenty more where that came from. There we go. All right, let me jump back into here. Hello, Anita, and welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Just had to get my stats up after John talking about his graphics card being 100%. It's been a while since I really run it as I'm streaming. Just want to make sure nothing weird's going on with some updates or whatever. But everything on my end seems to be running pretty cool. Although if I was running 100% on my graphics card, I think we would see issues with the stream as well. I think I'm going to fill up this trailer here. Definitely not going to get all this into the trailer, what's left in the field. Welcome, RC Mark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday and you had a nice weekend. Can you turn updates off or not in the PC? Well, I mean, like for your graphics card, you can set that to where you have the option to download updates or not. Same can be said for like Windows updates and all that, but sometimes Windows will force an update no matter what. But I mean, most of the time it's good to keep Windows updated because for many reasons, especially if you're using Windows Defender as your virus and all that kind of stuff, it's good to make sure that's always updated. As far as I know, this is the biggest header that you can have in game. Well, this is a modded header. But I don't know of any headers that are bigger than 19.3 meters. So this should be the last field I need to harvest for July. We're thinking of using AVG as your virus checker. Windows Defender is really all you need, and that's free to use. But it's your PC, protect it how you see fit. Mr. Anderson, hello and welcome. A good Monday to you. Well, I mean, if it's a free service, because I don't know much about AVG at all, but if it's a free service, you know, it doesn't hurt to use it, but it's just another program running in the background as well. And canola is all set. It's a nice field that I have here. Gave us quite a bit amount of canola. And hello, Bose, welcome. Let me just fill up the trailer. So the trailer's got 44 and a half. Yeah, so we got about 54,000 liters of canola off this field. All right, let's go down to the harbor because that's where the oil mill is. Yoink. That tree came out of nowhere. Still not going to make that corner, am I? No, I might. There we go. I'm probably going to hit this tree that's out here, because I always do. Oop, maybe not. kind of weird here on Riverview. Like the first, we had a couple of, in a span of like 3 years, I had about 4 or 5 tornadoes. And then lately, nothing. Which is good. In a way. But it's also fun to see them, but not fun when they're headed towards your farm. Am I not over? Ooh. Boy, you really got to get in there, don't you? So again, this canola is being distributed directly up to the bakery. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be making a lot more than what I need for that. Alright, got to go back for like the last 10,000 liters. Left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, and we're back. Actually, can I squeeze through here? Nice. Don't have tornadoes in Britain, just strong winds. Well, Farming Simulator doesn't care. Farming Simulator disagrees. What's the next job to do? Not quite sure. I still got some checking up to do because this is the first time I've been into Farm Sim since last Wednesday, so I gotta double check on my farm to see exactly where everything is all set to go. I've been just taking care of the field work first thing. We had a lot of fields to harvest. And I think I'm caught up on that. So then it's checking on production buildings. And then we got to check on the animals. But if everything's all set to go, I can just get right into August. Where's that third ice cream truck? Is that coming around the corner now? Yep, I can see that third ice cream truck coming around the corner. So, August. I'm not sure if I'm going to have anything... Well, wait a minute. The carrots might be ready. Carrots, that job's going to take a while. Kind of hope I can get the trailer... There we go. It's like, hopefully I can get the trailer over the trigger this time. And now I'm stuck on the building, I assume. Yep. A little snug down here. All right, bring this back to the farm. Get the combine back to the farm. And the McCormick needs to come down here to start fertilizing that canola field because August, like I said, got to plant canola right back into there. I think that one field of canola is all I really need. Actually, I don't even think I need that big of a field of canola. But since we've had a busy day here already, I think we'll bring this up and get it washed off. Same with the trailer. Up to the hilltop. Okay, Store Fern, thanks for dropping on in today, and hope you did have a good last hour of your weekend, and your day at work goes pretty good. Showing up with a clean grain trailer at factories or sell points probably helps you get a better price. It is claimed that the UK gets more tornadoes per square kilometer than the US, but not more tornadoes in total. On average, about 30 tornadoes are reported each year in the UK. Well, there you go. For now, I'm just going to park this somewhere. Just park it right here. There's a deer in the farmyard. We'll leave them be. Yes, so I do want to get myself a pressure washer for down here. Is that under tools? I think it's under, yep, tools. You actually use the jet wash. I've used the jet wash actually quite a bit. I've used the jet wash quite a bit in FS25. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. I always joined at the right time. Last time he was gambling at the hotel game, and now I joined and hear something about tornadoes. We don't have no tornadoes. We're just talking about tornadoes. cleaning the root crop harvester before I go ahead and, well, I think use it. But yeah, hello Crystal, hello Fat Comenza, welcome. And Terry, welcome. It's all folded up. And we'll go right past that pressure washer we just bought for down here. Seems like the ice cream truck is constantly playing music now. Header looks rather clean, honestly. Combine, on the other hand, alright, get this back to the farm. Much better looking out the windscreen. Alright, get this back to the farm and, yeah, I gotta double check. I'm pretty sure the chickens are good, just gotta check on the eggs, but the eggs I know I gotta empty out as I move time forward to 10 o'clock. Cows, it should be, I think they're good. And production buildings, I did know that greenhouses need to be emptied, but gotta check on other things, but for the most part, I think they're all set to go. No. Alright, I kind of missed the car. And I think my header's dragging on that stone wall, but we got through. So are the ice cream trucks going to play non-stop music now, or what? Seems like every ice cream truck we pass, they got the music going. And making this corner here, this is not going to work out well for me, never does. Yep, that header's rubbing back there. And nope. Didn't quite make it around the corner. Almost. Seems I have 1,000 ice cream trucks. There's a good amount of them going around on this map. And yeah, that bridge coming up to this main farm for big equipment, it's not really made for that. And we'll slide this right on in here. Alright, so real quick, animals are going to be easy to check on. So the cows. Yeah, they got a lot of milk, no surprise. Food-wise, they're doing okay. And I'm going to be doing grass in August. So we'll get a lot of silage from that. Don't think the milk price is good until October. And the chickens, yeah, everything's good there. Production-wise, let's see, that greenhouse has a lot of water, plenty of storage for lettuce. Bakery just looks like it's full of everything. Yeah, that dairy, as for producing stuff, we got plenty of room, but we got also... Alright, so maybe I should bring some milk down there next month. Farm production, methane I need to sell, grain mill... That's doing fine. Greenhouses are pretty much full on water and liquid fertilizer, and we just emptied them out with lettuce, so they're good. That dairy's got milk. That dairy's got milk. That dairy's got milk. Oil mill, we know is running. Sawmill, not doing anything there. And the sugar, which we'll get to in a little while, when the sugar beet harvest comes. So I think I'm all set on productions, animals. Yeah, grass fields. Fields in general. Yeah, none of my fields are ready for harvest. Grass field, but that's only in the first stage. So we just need to come over here and move the eggs aside. Oh, I should check the sale page in case that corn header comes up for sale. Yes, I do remember this stuff being in sale now after seeing it. But nothing that we want or need. Oh yeah, and stock market page. Anything... Oh boy, prices are terrible this month. So yeah, we hold on to everything. Give me those beautiful, beautiful eggs, ladies. So once this pallet is full, we'll move it and sleep till the morning. There we go. Down to our lovely little... Oh, nope, 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 not sell. Visit. Okay, so the question is the carrot field... Oh, we got rain. All right, and then we got hail. Lovely. What's the weather? So probably not until noon before harvesting will get started if we got fields to harvest. I mean, the grass field is ready. The carrot field is ready. All right, so we'll start the morning by taking care of the chickens again. Then, no, ooh, no, visit. Did they change? I think someone said they changed the order of that. Or they changed something. That's twice in a row now. I almost sold something where I didn't want to. But I'll bring the McCormick down to get digestate spread in the canola field that we just harvested. And then I can bring the root crop harvester back up to the carrot field. We'll get ready for that. McCormick is here. Enter vehicle. My money dropped down to 11,000. But today, we should make some decent money because I have no place to store carrots. I don't have a production building for carrots, so when we harvest the carrots, they're just being sold. Have zero use for them. And, well, why buy a carrot field? I bought it because I want it for the grass field, and I figured might as well buy a field while it's got crop in it, and I'll get a crop for free. So, whatever we get out of the field for carrots, a little bit of a benefit on that part. Yield is not going to be that great. The field, I do believe, needs lime, and it needs to be plowed, so I think the yield is like at 65%. So not great, but at least I'll get some money back on it. Have I ever played on Farm Sim? You're asking if I ever played a multiplayer server? In 19, I had a multiplayer server. Yep, still can't damage root crop, apparently. Alright, and now what I need to get set up. Yep, this. Let's put the time scale at like times 10 to get through this rain and hail. Your chaff harvester is missing when it turns on AI. Are you saying your harvester disappears completely? .2 earthquake near San Diego. That's just a wake-up call for California, usually. What if Giants People host one? I was wondering if you ever played on it. I've only played on multiplayer servers in 19 that I did for the community. So I don't think this carrot field had weeds or anything in it. .67% yield. It is fully fertilized, just needed lime and plowing. And obviously you don't want to do that now because, well, it's not good. I need you, because our grass field should be ready. Oh, how much did our cows go through on food overnight? Kind of curious on that. Ooh, about 150,000 liters in about 12 hours or so. So that means 300,000 liters of silage per month. Well, hopefully everyone's okay over there, Fat Clemenza. But usually, Californians, they don't really care until it starts getting around 6 to 7. But like a 5.2 earthquake up here in the Northeast, that would be quite a different story. And the reason behind that is because the different types of bedrock. A 5.2 earthquake up here in the Northeast, that would really shake things up compared to a 5.2 in California. So this will be my first grass cut in patch 1.7. And there's the hail. So I'm going to try to cut the grass. If I don't get a warning for cutting the grass, then we'll just go ahead and cut it. It should be fine. And the sooner I cut it, the better. Local news has nothing to report. It's almost like when Tornado Valley gets an F1 tornado. It's like, yeah, there was a tornado today, blah, blah, blah. Just a typical Monday for them. The only thing that I would be a little bit nervous about is sometimes you get some small localized earthquakes like that before you get a big one. Usually what we get up here where we don't blink too much of an eye at is up in the Northeast is like when they said, oh, another big snowstorm's coming through. We're like, yeah, okay. If it's normal weather where you live, you don't think nothing of it. Other people hear about that kind of weather stuff and they're like, I don't know how you deal with it. Yeah, up here in the Northeast, until we start getting more than 2 feet of snow, that's when I go, oh, that's a nice little decent snowstorm. Other than that, it's just a nuisance. It's like, ah, man, I got to go out and shovel the sidewalk and driveway. So I'm wondering if we're going to get the same amount of yield off the field. Because not knowing how the grass was affected in previous versions of Farming Simulator, and now the patch has fixed grass the way they want it, I wonder if I'm going to get more or less grass. So once our McCormick is done spreading digestate down that canola field, I guess I'll get a tractor down there and start planting canola again, because it's August. And we'll be focused on the carrot harvesting and getting that field converted over to a grass field. And I'm going to try to get that grass field so the yield's 100%. I'm going to roll it. Going to make sure we got lime spread in it. Hello, Liz. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. The sound of the hail coming down is almost a perfect recording of it, because it does sound, this way hail does sound. If you allow the grass to reach full, then you'll get the same amount as you did before. Well, this grass field is at its full potential then. I mean, it sucks in a way that it was fixed. But at the same time, I'm also thinking now, okay, so now I gotta wait for the grass field to be at full height. So I'm not gonna be mowing it every 2 months. Now it's every 3 months. One less cut per year. Hello, Lurvik. Welcome. Also harvesting grass right now. I think there is much less grass now compared to before in the last update. Well, if you're unfamiliar with grass, there's actually 2 different harvest stages for grass. So if you harvest grass in the first harvest stage, you are going to get less grass than if you wait until the second harvest stage. Do they actually show different harvest stages like they used to, or did they get rid of that? So they used to have like 2 harvest stages. So that'll be kind of hard. If you're unfamiliar with grass, it's going to be kind of hard to see the first harvest stage and the second harvest stage for grass. They need to bring that back, the shader for that. They used to have that in, maybe not 22, but at least 19. I would say there was 2 different colors for harvesting. Just found your ATS videos. Just wanted to say thanks for the content I have been watching for the last week. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, David. When people do find that ATS realistic series and they find out that it started like 4 years ago, and then there's like, I think we're approaching on 300 episodes, getting close to it. There's a lot to catch up on in that series. But I'm glad you are entertained. I'm glad you enjoy them. Was the multiple harvest stages in precision farming? Maybe that's where I saw it from. Well, I'll see when I get off this field. I should get pretty close to 300 to 310,000 liters off this field. So we'll see what I end up with. I mean, it looks roughly the same to me. You have another 250 episodes to go. Well, one thing I'll just tell you, the income increases quite a bit by the time you get to episode whatever, when we're on like 280 or 90 or whatever it is. All right, so there's 260. So I should get about 40 to 50,000 more liters of grass off this field, if it's the same as it was before the patch. Oh, you don't hear the hail sound inside the cab? Interesting. So this grass we'll bring up to our farm production to convert it over to silage for the moo cows. Okay, not sure exactly what I'm hitting here, other than a lot of things. I know that big M is a little bit wider than you think it is. The root crop destruction thing has been bugging me, as I was sure it only destroyed the foliage above ground, so I downloaded 22, and guess what? You were right and I was wrong. Meaning that destroy the crop completely? I mean, it did, but then again, I was using precision farming, so I wasn't sure if that was part of precision farming or the base game. But I do know when I drove over it destroyed the crop completely. At least in 22 it did. Do you have the link to the Crone Big M mod you're using? Let me get to the grass field and I'll grab that link for you. Because there's, where I get the mod from, that website, there's a few mowers on there. So if you want this particular one, I'll make sure I get that one for you. This hail damage should, or the hail storm should be coming to an end. Actually, let me finish cutting this grass because it'll just eliminate the chance of more crop destruction on the grass field. Won't take me too long. Yeah, I'll get you that link to this mower in just a minute. So again, I usually get about 310,000 liters of grass off this field. And we just delivered 260, so I should get about 40 to 50,000 liters more grass. Hello, Skender, and welcome. I think I'm going to get the same amount of grass as I did before. Because I'm already at 25,000. So, from what I can see, there's no difference in the yield in grass in the second harvest stage compared to what it was in the previous patches. The yield looks to be exactly the same as it was. So there's my 300,000. Yeah, so that's, you know, it's pretty close to 305,000 liters I got off of this harvest, so pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm not seeing no difference whatsoever. This is the second harvest stage. So that's the full yield you should get. All right, and then I gotta do now I'm just trying to find the mod for the mower. Yep, should be this one right here. I do believe, just making sure. All right, so we'll copy that. So if you want to use the mower I was using just now, this is where you can get it at. So that link there, again, is for this big the Krone Big M mower with the PTO shaft on the back of it. Like always, when downloading from a third-party website, just make sure you're careful on what you're clicking on. Make sure you're clicking on the right download tab. shouldn't try to drive in here third person with this thing because it never works out well for me. I've fallen and I can't get up. All right, that's not going to come out of here on its own. There we go. Now it will be easier to harvest downloaded grass and add it to the mods folder. Yeah, it's a 13 and a half meter wide mower. So, I mean, you can actually put it on a worker. Just make sure you turn on... Well, actually, I haven't tried it myself in 25 yet. I think it would work. Turn on the forage wagon behind you. I'm using Omatanas with the unrealistic capacity. But, yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Hello, Foghorn, Leghorn. How you been? Hope you're having a good Monday. JCB is the one... Yes, I want that. Wait, where is my tanker? Well, either my tanker's up here or it's down where this came from. Nope, my tanker is up here. So I need to sell some methane out of here, or else that's going to stop production of silage. Yeah, but awesome in-game included. Glad to hear that. Looking for methane. So now the fun begins. It's probably going to take a while for this harvest to get on through, but it is time to harvest some carrots. And yes, that is the audio cutting out when you go past a storage building with a lot of pallets in it. Probably got to bring some slurry and solid manure up to here. I'm pretty sure the cow barn's got to have tons of it in there. How was my weekend? Work. But considering what my job is, I don't mind it. So... I mean, I did relax a little bit yesterday. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. How much slurry do you guys have here? Slurry, 122, so that's not too bad. Wait, what did I see for milk? Oh, 90,000 liters. Alright. And manure... Yep, that's piling up. So we do got a lot of dairy products here. We'll make some good money in September/October. We'll leave that there. Need to get to here. We know the fuss this is going to kick up on the corners. I think, because I haven't tried it really too much. I've only done it once, but course play. This may take me a moment to get set up for course play because I haven't done it hardly at all in 25. If I click on this, create job, field work, target position, here, go that way. Wait, what are you doing? Target is unreachable. You're at the target. Create job. Field work. Tiger 6. Target position. Alright, how about if I put you up here? Forward. Field not ready for this work or already worked. Let me go. I'm just going to let it unfold, see what happens. No? Alright, not sure why course play won't do it, but let me just hire in-game worker. An in-game worker won't do it either? What? A base game worker does not want to work in the field either. Working with 4 meters. I understand, because I'm not fully well educated on course play for 25, but I'm trying to figure out why a base game worker will not work the field. Interesting, a base game worker does not want to work the field at all. Well, before I get involved with this, I understand I'm trying to hire a base game AI worker. My point is, a base game AI worker doesn't even want to harvest the field. Which, see, that should not be the case. We did fertilize this field, right? Yes, this field is fertilized. I'll fiddle with that in just a moment. In the end, it's carrots. I may just go in there and just plow it up anyways. But I got to bring the McCormick back here and start getting the canola in. Bouncy, bouncy. I wonder why it thinks if, I forgot what it was saying, like the field is already harvested or something. Seems kind of weird. So yeah, I need the 1050 for transporting the carrots. So the McCormick is going to have to plant the field. Which it should be all set to do. We'll drop off the tanker here because that needs to go into the grass field eventually. I think this is where I mentioned before usually is where we probably could use a fourth tractor. We'll grab this planter here because it's going to be easier to get out. That needs to be switched over to canola. And I think I got enough of everything to get the field done. You had to do the same thing until you, after the first time you harvested it. That's going to suck because it's carrots. And I'm not sure resetting the harvester is going to do anything because it's the game is thinking the field's been harvested or whatever it said. Man, this road's rough. Planted a hectare of fields of tomatoes, wants to get into making tomato sauce. Well, if I can't still destroy root crop, I will drive over them. Don't really like to do that, but like Branding says, it happened to you as well. After harvesting yourself the first time, workers will do it. Let me make sure the worker gets on here, doing what they should be doing. Alright, so they're doing what they should be doing. You know what? I'm going to bring you down. I mean, this should run for a while anyways. And you can spread the digestate on the grass field. And I think I'm caught up on the fields that need to be spread with slurry after this. Putting the freights to use. Alright, you will need to come with me for the carrots. Climb the wall a bit. That's like the roads here in West Virginia. I live on a dirt road, and my dirt road is pretty well smoothed out. They grade it when they need to. All right. It does say ready for harvest on the map. It does. Alright, it has been a while. Ooh, since I've done setting up a course. I haven't even checked all this stuff yet. Fuel save. Only turning in the field, activated. Avoid driving in fruit. Allow reversing up. Alright, create job. Yeah, this is a little bit different than it was in 22, but this is a beta version, of course, and I haven't updated this in a while. Field position, that's already done. Target position, I will start here. Wow, that's a lot of it's a lot of passes, but it is what it is. And if I hit start job, so if I get the same indication, because the AI, the base game AI worker doesn't want to harvest it either. Oh no. Maybe because it's right on the starting point. Are we happy now? All right, I think we're all happy. I think it's going. I think she's working just fine. So carrots. I think I really don't care where the carrots are going to be sold. I know one thing. It is hotter than heck right now in my room. Oh, wow. It's 85 degrees in my room. Let's open up a window for the first time in a long time. Carrots. Farmer's Market. The little market, it wants 133, so maybe let's bring them to there. Although I will get a bonus if I bring them there. I mean, it's not the worst price it could be, which is like 122. Farmer's Market is 134. This is where Horseplay is going to have a... Ooh, did I not set up a number of headlands? Oh, I probably didn't do enough for headlands. I did not set up enough headlands, I don't think. I probably didn't set up any headlands, did I? Create job, select a vehicle, create job. Follow me. Field work, go to. Wait, does it not show course play? Target position, field work, start at, line of center. Can I not set up the amount of headlands I want to do? Working with multiple tools, field margin, number of headlands. There we go. Let's do 5. Give the map a second to readjust, hopefully. There we go. That's better. Learning as we go. Can you turn sharp enough there? That's the question. I'm better off not doing carrots. Yeah, I mean, we could just skip it, but then what fun would that be? That first headland's going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, wait, what are you doing now? Alright, I think I'm going to have to do like the first headland or two, and then Horseplay can take over. I'll get 2 headlands done, and we'll let the worker take over after that. Then they should have enough room to turn around, fingers crossed. This is going to be a job and a half, though. If you're wondering about this harvester is on the mod hub. Now, as you can see, we're harvesting carrots. With this particular header, I can do carrots, sugar beet, red beet, and parsnips. And then you have to buy a separate header if you want to do potatoes with it. I think you'll stick to 8 with ATS. It's like anything when you're trying out something new for the first time. I mean, I'm very familiar with Courseplay, just not in FS25, and I haven't used Courseplay, well, since 22 ended. So it's just a matter of getting used to how to do all the settings and such. At least since I'm doing the harvesting, I can set the belt height. Like I said, I think once I get 2 headlands done, the workers should do okay. I'm actually surprised I made it this far around the field before I filled up. Oop, there we go. Was actually in the right tractor. I think one harvester is 1 trailer load. I was ready to say, hopefully this trailer takes carrots. Is there... Ooh, a lizard plow in the sale page. Is there... for trailers, semi-trailer. That doesn't take carrots, though. That doesn't take carrots. That is a 60,000 liter capacity. I did look on the mod hub today because I knew this was going to be a thing I was going to have to do. If I were to lease that, $5,000, it doesn't really get 2 combine loads into a trailer, though. I kind of miss, I shouldn't say kind of, I miss my trailer that I used in 22. All right, Terry, thanks for dropping on in for a bit. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Hopefully my planter is staying on the canola side of field, down in field 30. Looks like they are. I want to get some of my money back after buying this field. This field needs a lot of work, needs lime, needs to be plowed, needs to be planted for grass. I'm going to roll it. All to make our cows happy. The 120K one is out. I did not see it on the mod hub this morning, so unless it got released today, recently, then no, because I went to semi-trailers on the mod hub and did not show it there. Did not show any trailer that held that much. It's okay. We got the right size trailer for this harvester. This is going to be a lot of selling of carrots. I just think the yield is only 67%. So I'm only getting 2/3 of what the field potential could have been. I can't remember. Did I actually buy the corn header that's actually at the store? So I was kind of referring to earlier in the stream. The only things on my to-do list is to pay off the loan and get the corn header. But I got a funny feeling I bought the corn header. I'm going to have to check the store page now. Raise the belt up. Let me just check this corn header situation. Corn headers. Yes, I did buy it. Shows it in the inventory. Alright, so since we can't destroy root crop apparently still, let's go see what we get for a trailer load of carrots. I mean, at 133 per 1,000. So maybe $5,000 to $6,000 per trailer? And again, I could have brought them up to the little market where I would have got a little bit of a bonus. But the little market is only there to sell the methane. That's it. That's all I really put it down for. So this is going to have to go to the farmer's market down the road. Luckily, it's not far. And this little routine will get better because after I get the couple of headlands done, the course play worker should be okay. And then I can just do grain transport, if you want to call this grain. I was thinking 5,000 or 6,000 per trailer. What do we get? Okay, 5,811 for carrots per trailer. Not a full, I mean, it was almost full, 99%, whatever it was. So, I mean, I don't know how many trailer loads I'm going to get off the field, but I think we're going to get decent money. Problem with carrots in real life, it's non-tolerant during the harvest. Goes bad within a week. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you got yourself a buyer for the harvest season. Okay, pull too far forward. Nearest waypoint. Oop, didn't want that button. Hitting way too many buttons. Want that button. See how a course play worker does in a little bit. Just want to get a couple of these headlands done. This doesn't have the room to turn around yet. Again, course play, you can find that on the GitHub as well. See, they have a hotel placeable now. I think I saw something about that about a month ago. Unless you're talking about a different one, but I think about a month ago, I may have seen that. There are a couple good things that Courseplay can do, especially if you play with crop destruction turned on. But Courseplay, when a harvester gets full, it will pull aside to give you room to pull up alongside the harvester so you don't damage crops. Or in this case, nearest waypoint. Or in this case, I cannot hire an AI worker in this field because it thinks it's been harvested already or something to that nature. So Courseplay is taken over. An AI worker right now does not want to work in this field. Alright, we'll see how that gets along. It may have a problem turning around still. But if we can get some work done while I go deliver the carrots, even better. Just pull out into traffic. Well, hopefully no traffic's coming, but... I mean, it's going to take a while to get this field harvested, and it might have been, might be a nuisance. But at the end, when we get all the money for the carrots we're getting off the field, it's going to be a pretty decent payday. So yeah, since I've already bought the corn / sunflower header, yeah, the only thing I got left to do now is to, work on that loan, which in Wednesday's stream last week, I did get below $1 million, but then I borrowed the money to buy this field. So I owe like 1.35 million to the bank. Now I'm going to see what this worker's doing. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the harvester as well, because I think the fuel level, it may get through that fuel pretty quick. Well, when I mean pretty quick, I don't think it's going to finish the whole field. Let's see if they got around the corner. Oh, they're not stuck at this corner. Not worried about they missed a little bit. Okay, I didn't really mean to back up like this, but if it works... No. I thought they were going to be able to go forward. Oh, no, keep the belt though. I'm coming. Oh, that trailer turns really quick. Come on, Frank. I got to see who I'm working with today. Francesca. No, don't start. Oh, I forgot about that part. All right, yeah. Hang on, we'll get it there. There we go. Yep, been a while. Oh, we got more rain in the forecast, do we? In 22 courseplay you could tell it to empty the trailer that was in the field. I never used that option. I just did it for basic harvesting and such. Oh, man. I need to find my rhythm now. So I'm wondering if I can get down there and sell this and get back before the harvester gets full. Are we actually getting carrots in here? Hey, we got carrots in the farmer's market. And we got carrots there, got carrots everywhere. Ice cream truck after ice cream truck. And actually, I just started thinking about ice cream. That sounds pretty good right now. I haven't had ice cream in real life in a long time. And it sounds really good right now. But when you start to get hungry, then everything sounds good. Now I just got to find the harvester. Oh, never mind, found it. So it looks like I can zip on down to the store and get back before the harvester gets full. What happened to Wayne, Dwayne, and Shane? Did you leave them in Green River Forest? Was that Green? You mean Green Mountain Forest? I kind of forgot about those three. I think they didn't like working for me, and the Franks came along. You know what? Since you're fiddling around with that, I'm just gonna go sell this because you're empty. We'll turn around and sell this. Well, I'm sure there's a setting I can tell to stop while unloading, but I don't want to. I want to unload on the go. I've always liked that. I just when I downloaded Course Play a couple weeks ago, I only tried it once. And it was on this map, and it was to plow a field, and instantly they ran into a hedge. And this is the first time I tried it since then, so I haven't even looked at it, gotten familiar with it at all. I haven't tried it on Penye. So it's just one of those things I gotta... It's better to do it off camera, so I'm not just fiddling around and going, which I do a lot of already. So I'll be doing a lot more, trying to get used to where all the settings are compared with where they were in 22. The speed of the 1050 is going to keep us up with the harvester. I think one of my workers finished. I had one fertilizing the big grass field that we just cut. And we are planting canola in a field as well. Alright, where's my harvester at? There it is. So I'm easily getting down and back. I think it's only like half full. Don't worry about the missed pieces. I can go back and get those later on. Let's see how my workers are doing. So if I just tab on through... Oop. Let's look at the chart to make sure. Yep. fully planted. So the canola is back in. The field's already double fertilized. Just going to have to take care of the weeds in September. Gonna need a new suspension after riding on these roads over here. Alright, that planter is wider than the tractor. Gotta remember that. Ooh, I actually made it around the corner of the bridge. I think with the planter, I usually clip that. Probably leave the McCormick right on this. Because September is barley time. Right, let's go catch up to the root crop harvester, and I'm pretty sure it's half full. I did only put that on 4 headlands, right? Because it seems like it's doing more. Unless it's gonna... It's not gonna do the road that it missed, did it? Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to get in your way. Alright, you know what? Oh, this is going to go well. Yeah, this is going smoothly. Never unload on a corner. Alright, get out of their way. Alright, so they may start... They may be done with the headlands and they're starting to go up and down the field now. Be my guess. Am I going to do a series like I did with the East Vineland, New Jersey, where it starts with absolutely nothing and work your way up? I'm technically doing that on the Peignay series, So on the Penier series, which I usually have videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, no loan. We started off with no loan, absolutely nothing. But we can only buy from the used section, and we're working our way in that series along pretty well, I think. Hello, Skinny. How you been? Thanks for popping on in today. Hope you've been well and you've been safe out there. Yeah, reading chat like always. You literally just dropped off a load in Vineland, New Jersey today. How's my farm doing? Did you happen to go past my farm? But East Vineland, that's been a long time since I was on that map. How full are you? I think I'll get you at the bottom half. I'm still going to try to avoid going into the crop. So now that the headland's done, I figure course play is going to get along here pretty well. Are you going at the right working speed? No, you are going 6 miles an hour. Yeah, so what time is that rain going to be coming here? Oh, not until like 9 o'clock. Not sure, but it looks like the course play worker is putting the belt in the highest position, which I appreciate quite a bit. Dude, we're both trying to turn that way. You could have gave me 1 second. All right, RC Mark, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thanks for dropping on in. You can set course play up to harvest lands instead of up and down, so the pipe is mostly out of the crop. Well, if it's the same as it was in 22, if I don't happen to unload the combine in time, the combine slash harvester should move to the side to give me enough room where I won't go into the crop. But also at the same time, I do have crop destruction turned on, but root crop is a crop that we can't destroy still, and I don't know if that's what Giants intends to have, but I would have thought they would have fixed that in patch 1.7, but then again, I don't know. But it's a crop we can't destroy, but I'm just trying to stay in the habit of not trying to drive into my crop. So already we've made about $30,000 from the carrots. So I'm guessing we should easily make about 60, maybe $70,000 in total from carrots. That's a decent amount of money back from after buying the field. If I'm trying to find collectibles on this map of candles, I don't have the updated version of the map. I don't have the updated version of the map because that would require a new save file, and I did not. I have like 80 or 90 hours on the save, and I didn't want to set everything back up. Just make sure this field's fully fertilized. Alright, our grass field's good to go. But now, grass is working the way as it was intended. So, only going to cut the grass fields every 3 months. But now, 2 of my grass fields are out of sequence. So this one won't be cut for another couple months. And the other one should be cut next month. I'm going to drop this sprayer right here because that field of carrots is going to get fertilizer in it before I start working in it. Some more silage. And make sure we keep the methane out of here. So yeah, this harvest will take a while, but honestly with the course play worker doing the harvesting and myself doing the transport of the carrots, and I think it's going to go at a decent pace. I think we actually may get $100,000 worth of carrots off here. We already got 30. I was thinking 60 or 70, but But looking at how much more of the field we got, I'm thinking we can get a lot more. I harvested peat on Tossie Farm, and the money you get for it is very OP. Similar to silage in 15, even on hard economy, it is way too high. Plus, you can harvest it straight away again. Well, that's good to know, Farmable, because I was looking at that map a while ago, and I was like, oh, that crop, that looks like a kind of an interesting thing to do. But I mean, even on hard economy, if it's way too OP, that really takes away the fun of it. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that would love to get a lot of money. Yeah, so if it wasn't for course play, I'd be the one in the harvester, because an AI worker does not want to harvest his field. Well, here comes almost another $6,000. Dagger winners on that map. Done crop got over 1 million. I think he plays mostly on easy economy. So if he got 1 million, then that means like on hard economy, you probably would get like, what, that 333,000? I don't know what's entailed on doing the peat, so I don't know if it's expensive equipment or not. But I'll take Farmable's word for it. He said on hard economy it's even OP, which, you know, to me that kind of takes away the fun of it. I got the same dilemma kind of going on Penye currently with the goats I have and the goat cheese. I'm going to have to make a decision on those goats on Penye very soon, I think. One section of peat on hard economy got 380K. Okay, I can picture the map. I think I know what you mean by one section. That's ridiculous. 380K on hard economy for one of those little sections. Isn't there like about 20 or 30 sections or so? That seems way too much. So this field was a little rough at the beginning to get the harvest going. But now with course play, we seem to be doing just fine. Take care of some of the things around here by the cow farm. Equipment is reasonable. The process is similar to grass. You cut it, dry it, ridge it, and then collect it. And you can harvest it again in the same month? So it's just like a non-stop money printing machine. That's what it sounds like. Just want to see how many cattle we're up to. 704. Let that fill up. So other than me probably not doing the headland as good as I could have, that's why we got this little strip going around. So if that's the case, because I can picture the map with the peat harvest. If that's the case with it being ready to harvest like right away, why is there so much of the map for peat? Why is those fields so big? This seems a little bit odd, but I guess the map maker wanted it that way. And I wonder if you can plow up the fields and put another crop into it. I can picture the map in my head, and it seems like the peat area is a big area. And if one section does it, what you said, and you can just harvest it over and over again, I can't understand why there's so much peat on the map. Oh well. This farmer's market's going to have carrots coming out of its ears and nose and mouth and other orifices. Good night, John. Thanks for being here like always. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening and have a good Tuesday. The railroad is still broken on Riverbend after they said they fixed it. Back to the JCB. Slurry goes up to the BGA. Good night, Skender. See you as well. Enjoy your Monday evening and Tuesday also. I should just take it out as it's needed. More silage for the cows. So basically, this trailer here that I'm delivering down is good for about 12 hours. We may be selling cows sooner rather than later. I don't think I can keep up with this many cows. I don't have... That's why we got that carrot field. That's going to be turned into a grass field, but it's going to take months before that's ready. We got lots of dairy to sell. Should be a pretty good payday in another month for that. We should have enough to fill up my trailer, I would think. I'm full. Seems like with this new update, I'm noticing like the deer. Seems like there's more deer on the map than before. Don't think giants mess with that stuff. The prices are at the modder's discretion. Yeah, when it comes to modded crops, that comes down to the modder, what they set for price. But even a modder on a modded map can adjust the price of even base game crops and material. So like on Oceanside Forest in FS22 on that map, selling the wood products at a couple of the sell points, the prices were just ridiculous. That's why I put down my own sell point so the prices were normalized. I'm not really looking at this peat thing on that Tossie map, or I forgot the name of it, Tossie on that map. It almost sounds like, I'm going to go on maybe too extreme for some people, but I'm going to say that peat price should be 10% of what it is now. So, I mean, if you got $380,000 in one section for doing peat on hard economy, I would say at 10%, because that would mean you would get $38,000 for that one section. But then again, I don't know how long it takes to do the work and all that stuff either, so, you know. But I would say 10%. So, speaking of percentages, I think we're almost like halfway on the harvest on this field, so not too bad. We're definitely getting the job done with Francesca here. And once we got the headland done, she's been doing a fantastic job. But definitely going to finish up this carrot harvest tomorrow. I don't think I'll get to do anything off camera because I got to record tomorrow's episode of Penier, and I'm also going to try to record Thursday's episode of Penier, get them both done. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. And while we're heading on out of here, I'm going to go to my financial page because I do got some money, and we're going to pay back another $100,000 off that loan. There we go. Almost down to $1.25 million, which is looking good. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. I will be back here on Riverview tomorrow. And yeah, we'll be continuing right here where we are. Got to get these carrots harvested. and moved on down. But yeah, we're making some pretty good money off this field. And once we get this harvested, we can move on to September, where we're going to work in this field and try to get the grass. I'll probably actually stay in August. I want to get this grass planted in August. That way I should be able to harvest this grass field this year. If I skip a month and then plant it, I'm losing a month on the field. So we'll probably stay in August until we get this field completely turned around into grass. So be prepared to be looking at this field quite a bit tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back on Riverview tomorrow. Yeah, and if you're still here, appreciate you showing up today, watching me farm on Riverview. And if you haven't done so yet, and you want to help me out a little bit more, that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen does pretty good for me, usually. At least that's what YouTube says with the algorithm. So hitting that thumbs up button can help you out quite a bit. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you like to, but leave me a comment as to why, but no one ever does that. And I'm sure you already done this last part, but if you're new here and you like what you saw, might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get this field converted over to grass all the way, hopefully. And yeah, there should be an episode of Penye out tomorrow morning before the stream as well. I haven't recorded it yet, so even I don't know what's going to happen. But hopefully it's out tomorrow. Hopefully I get to it. I should be able to. But anyways, I'm going to head out of here. Again, appreciate everyone being here. Yeah, and hopefully I will catch you here tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.